A few weeks ago I made this multi-strand bracelet, and as they say, the crowd went wild. Everybody loved it. And so I'm playing with that concept of a multi-strand bracelet today, and I'm going to walk you through my process of designing it. Hi, my name's Carol. Welcome to my channel where I show you how easy jewellery making can be. I'm also giving you the opportunity to win a $50 gift voucher for our store today, so watch the video to find out how. Let's look at some beads and how I'm going to make this bracelet. Little tray here, I've got some beads laid out, and you can see I've chosen some purple tones. I've got two lots of glass pearls. These are 4mm. I've got some 6mm vacuum beads with an AB finish, and these ones are 4x3 faceted rondelles, and they're glass as well. So I'm going to play with this color combination, and also I've got some memory wire, and just see how things work out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a loop in the end of my memory wire, and I'm going to use my round nose pliers to do that. So you'll need round nose pliers, and you'll also need some cutters. Now I'm using my old cutters because my memory wire cutters are blunt, so I'm just using a pair of old ones. Now to make the loop in the end of the wire, I'm taking my round nose pliers and I'm going to put the wire between the jaws here and make sure that it's not sticking up, which it is, so I'm going to move it down a little bit. Just run your finger over the top to make sure it's not sticking up. And then what you do, if you haven't made a loop before, they're pretty easy. And we're making a P-loop today, so we're not worrying about the wire, the loop being centered on the wire, we're just making a P-loop. And I'll show you that in a minute, why it's called a P-loop, you'll see. So what I'm doing is I've got it in my round nose pliers, and I'm holding the wire between my thumb and my forefinger, and I'm twisting my wrist away from me as far as it will go. Then I'm going to kind of loosen up the pliers, bring them back, because you'll see my loop isn't closed, and I'm going to twist a little bit more. And you might have to do that several times because memory wire is really hard, and so you want to make sure that your loop is really well closed, but it does take a little bit of adjustment. So there's my loop now, and you can see why it's called a P-loop, because it actually looks like a P. All right, so that's going to stop my beads falling off the end. By the way, I've got just over 5 rounds of memory wire here. I'm going to find the other end, and I'm going to put on some beads. So I think we might start with these purple ones because they are first in my tray. Now I'm going to put a full round of the purple beads. So what I have now is I have put on enough beads to go once around the loop, and I'm going to feed them all the way down to the bottom. If you haven't used memory wire before, it's a really great tool, and what you can do is basically it's like a slinky, if you remember those, and you can stretch it out and it goes back to the shape, obviously within reason. You don't want to stretch it too far. But now I've pushed all my beads right down to the loop, and you can see that it's exactly one round of the memory wire. All right. So what shall I do next? Find the end again would be a good start. I think I quite like this layout here. So I'm going to put on some of the rondelles here, these silver ones. And I think I'll do one whole round of those as well. As I said, it's all about making this one easy. So that's what I'm going to do. When you thread your beads on, what you want to do is to make sure that you have the right amount is just kind of sit it, and I'm not sure if you can see that. If you just sit it on top of each other, then you will be able to see where you need extra beads, and I think I need one more on this strand. So I'm pushing it all the way down to the bottom. And you can see there that I have my first bead and my last bead are butting up against each other. So that's that round. And now I'm going to use these big 6mm ones because they will be the focal of the necklace, the bracelet, sorry. When I made this one, I used this as a focal. So it's really good to have a focal on a memory wire bracelet. Not necessary, but it is quite nice to have one. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to thread on enough beads to go all the way around on this with these 6mm. While I'm threading these beads on, it seems like a good time to talk about the giveaway. So I'm giving away a $50 voucher for the store, and you can enter from anywhere in the world. It's not just limited to New Zealand. And basically, all you have to do to win the voucher is you have to go to our website and choose the product that you like best, and copy the link and put it in the description, in the comments below, and tell me what it is you love about that product. So go to the website, and I'll leave the link in the description box below, and choose a product that you really like, and copy the link and tell me why you like it so much, and put the link in the description box, in the comments box below. And you can go in the draw to win a $50 gift voucher for our store. Okay, so there's my round. I think I need one more bead, so I'll pop that on. Oh, I'm a bit short on beads. Hopefully I only need one more bead. So that's what I have now. Okay, now the next question is which beads should I do next? Should I do the grey pearls, or should I do the faceted rondelles? And I think I'm going to do the grey pearls. Just double checking that that's long enough. One thing about memory wire is that it is a bit fiddly to work with, because it does move around a lot. So just double checking there, because you need to fill up all the space. And yes, that's right. Okay, now I'm going to put on my grey pearls. All right, I have my grey pearls on now, and they are stacked. When I stack it, the beads butt up against each other, just like that. So now the only ones left to do are these beautiful multicolored rondelles. I'll pop those on and I'll come back. When you're working with memory wire and you get to the last few beads, it can be a little bit challenging because it's a bit springy and they do want to pop off. So just be aware that you need to hang on to that end. Okay, now I've pushed all my beads up and I need one or two more. So I'll just pop those on. Maybe one more. Now I could put a charm on this, or a pendant, a dangly pendant or something like that, but I've chosen not to do that today. All I wanted to do basically was make a multi-strand bracelet. So that's what I have now. It's looking very smart, but I can see there that now that I've got my beads all lined up, it looks to me like I have one extra of the rondelles here. Just double checking. Just kind of hang it on your finger there and see what happens. And it doesn't really matter if you have one or two more. When you hang your memory wire bracelet from your hand like this, you can adjust it so that the beginning and end is meeting up. But honestly, when you're wearing it, it doesn't matter because it will move around. It looks to me like, I've got a couple of extra pearls here, but that's okay because, as I said, when you're wearing it, it will move around. So all that's left to do now is to put a loop in the end. Actually, I might add a couple more of these just to make it that little bit longer so that when you put it on, it crosses over a little bit. Okay, no, too many. You need to leave yourself a good amount to make your loop. It needs you need about a centimetre. So I'm going to take my round nose pliers. Now I always I didn't say this at the beginning. When I make my loops on a memory wire bracelet, I always point them towards the center. And the reason I do that is so that they don't catch on your clothes. So I'm taking the wire between my round nose pliers just like I did before. Now if your wire was too long you would need to trim it, but mine isn't, so that's good. And I'm just making my loop just like before. Just make sure it's nice and well closed. There we go, there's my loop. And I do have a little bit of space there. You can see that, hopefully you can see that. I've got just a tiniest bit of space, but that's okay. The beads will move around anyway. So to put on a memory wire bracelet, you just stretch it out and there you go. So what do you think? I really hope you enjoyed making this memory wire bracelet with me. It's really pretty, it sparkles in the light. Now obviously it's not the 12 strands like this one, but you could absolutely make 12 memory wire strands if you wanted to, or you could make even 20 if you wanted it right up your arm. It's up to you. Just choose the beads and lay them out and go for it. Now remember to enter the competition. All you need to do is go to our website, and I'll leave the link in the description box below, and choose a product that you really like. Tell me why you like it and leave the link to the product in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this project and you would like to see more of my beading projects, remember to subscribe to my channel and like the video and ring the bell so that you'll be notified every time I upload a new project, which is once a week. Also check out our Facebook page and our Instagram, and I'll leave links to those in the description box below as well. Also the necklace that I'm wearing, I did in a tutorial a few weeks ago, so I'll leave a link to that one as well. Lots of links down below. Thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.